Bruce Lee wasn't just a martial artist. He was a philosopher, a thinker, and a master of life itself. His words continue to inspire strength, resilience, and self-discovery. In this video, we bring you the wisdom of Bruce Lee, timeless quotes that will challenge your mind and ignite your spirit. Let's begin.
Be water, my friend. Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, add what is uniquely your own. Mistakes are always forgivable if one has the courage to admit them. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. Do not allow negative thoughts to enter your mind, for they are the weeds that strangle confidence. If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. To hell with circumstances, I create opportunities. The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. Simplicity is the key to brilliance. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. Real living is living for others. In the middle of chaos lies opportunity. Take things as they are. Punch when you have to punch. Kick when you have to kick. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Flow in the living moment. Art calls for complete mastery of techniques developed by reflection within the soul. Defeat is a state of mind. No one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. It is not a daily increase, but a daily decrease. Hack away at the unessential. Empty your cup so that it may be filled. A fight is not won by one punch or kick. Either learn to endure or hire a bodyguard. Use only that which works and take it from any place you can find it. Boards don't hit back. Be self-aware rather than a repetitious robot. Do not be tense, just be ready. Do not be set, just be flexible. It's not the daily increase, but the daily decrease. Hack away at the unessential. Adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. The more we value things, the less we value ourselves. Balance your thoughts with action. If you spend too much time thinking, you'll never get anything done. Life itself is your teacher, and you are in a state of constant learning. A quick temper will make a fool of you soon enough. True observation begins when one is devoid of set patterns. Take no thought of who is right or wrong, or who is better than. Be not for or against. Reality is apparent when one ceases to compare. A good teacher protects his pupils from his own influence. Obey the principles without being bound by them. Fear comes from uncertainty. When we are absolutely certain whether of our worth or worthlessness, we are almost impervious to fear. Do not allow your mind to be imprisoned by majority thinking. Think for yourself. Freedom lies in understanding yourself from moment to moment. To know oneself is to study oneself in action with another person. All fixed set patterns are incapable of adaptability or pliability. The truth is, outside of all fixed patterns, it's not what you give, it's the way you give it. A good teacher is merely a catalyst. Use no way as way. Have no limitation as limitation. The consciousness of self is the greatest hindrance to the proper execution of all physical action. Knowledge will give you power, but character, respect. Fear not failure, but aim instead for success. Forget about winning and losing. Forget about pride and pain. To me, the function and duty of a quality human being is the sincere and honest development of one's potential. Showing off is the fool's idea of glory. A person cannot forget someone who is sincere in their heart. Instead of buying your children all the things you never had, teach them all the things you were never taught. Those who are unaware they are walking in darkness will never seek the light. Be happy, but never satisfied. Everything you do, if not in a relaxed state, will be done at a lesser level than you are proficient. Flow in the total openness of the moment. Recognizing what is and what isn't is the first step to being free. If you don't want to slip up tomorrow, speak the truth today. Only the self-sufficient stand alone. Jeet Kune Do is training and discipline toward the ultimate reality in combat. A punch is just a punch until you understand it. Then it is more than that. Training must not be treated as a pastime. A full glass cannot be filled. To seek truth, one must leave behind all preconceptions. Do not follow a single way blindly. There is no such thing as a limit, only plateaus, and you must go beyond them. Your mind is the limit. Don't get set into one form, adapt it, and build your own. Being natural is being oneself. Every morning, like a newborn baby, forget the past. The body follows the mind. In order to control myself, I must first accept myself by going with and not against my nature. Long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity. You must be shapeless, formless like water. The highest technique is to have no technique. The spirit of the individual is determined by their dominating thought habits. What you habitually think largely determines what you will ultimately become. Instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create. Willing is not enough. We must apply. If you always put limits on what you can do, it will spread into other areas of your life. The world is full of people who are determined to be somebody or to give themselves a name. Remember, success is a journey, not a destination. Do not strive for perfection, but for authenticity. Life is wide, limitless. There is no border, no frontier. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. When one has reached maturity in the art, one will have a formless form. The possession of anything begins in the mind. The athlete who is building muscles through weight training should never train to become a muscle-bound athlete. We can see through others only when we can see through ourselves. Man, the living creature, the creating individual, is always more important than any established style or system. Learning is never cumulative. It is a movement of knowing which has no beginning and no end. The idea is that flowing water never goes stale, so just keep on flowing. In combat, spontaneity rules. A concentrated mind is not an attentive mind, but a mind that is in the present. Man, the living creature, creates civilization. Civilization then creates rules for man. As long as I can remember, I feel I have had this great creative and spiritual force within me that is greater than faith, greater than ambition, greater than confidence. The intangible represents the real power of the universe. It is the seed of the tangible. I do not teach karate because I do not believe in styles anymore. The man who is constantly aware of his own ignorance will grow. Each man must seek out realization for himself. The spirit of the individual is determined by his dominating thought habits. The highest art is no art. The highest form is no form.